This is the Javier News Podcast. Today, we'll be talking about the upcoming events. So, on September 8th, girls basketball is playing against Mercer County at Mercer. So, it's an away game. On September 10th, there'll be a PTO meeting at 5:30 p.m. at the Bait Library. On September 11th, girls basketball is playing at home, and it's an 8th grade night, so make sure to support. September 11th, football is playing at Boyle. And September 11th, tennis is playing against Boyle. And on September 12th and September 14th, you can try out for the boys basketball team. And September 13th, cross country will be at Battlefield Blitz at 9 o'clock at the Perryville Battlefield. And there will be a PTO meeting regarding the welcome and introduction of officers, which I assume will be police officers. A PTO update on beginning of school projects. There was also a new PTO shirt that is coming, and there's a construction update on Bait regarding the renovations and stuff. There will also be a budget and fundraising. And if you have 6th grade signs that probably most likely says future Bulldog, you have to return them. Teacher appreciation dates for the year, and there's a fall dance coming up. Ooh, that's very cool. And there'll be more PTO meeting dates near the end. And don't forget, this is a reminder that midterm ends on September 11th. So they'll be sent home on September 15th. And you can check on Infinite Campus anytime for grades. And the academic team will begin this week on Tuesday after school until 5 p.m., which means they'll begin to practice. And on Wednesday after school until 6 p.m. You can contact Mr. Carney because he's the head coach, and you can reach out to him. And you can reach out to him via email at tony.carney@danville.kyschools.us. And this week is Kentucky's Safe Schools Week. And we want to, and this is a reminder from Miss Land that all students must finish 2 iReady lessons and spend at least 45 minutes using iReady. Students have 20 minutes on Wednesdays and 25 to 30 minutes during 4th period on Fridays. She puts in the grades as 10-point grades in the summative grades section, which is where 60% of students' grades. And some students didn't finish their iReady work last week, and that will lower your grade if you're one of them. And if your student scores below 10 points, it doesn't mean that they finished their time, lessons, or both. If you have any questions, you can reach out to Miss Land, and you can also see iReady progress using a phone, tablet, or computer. And also, we want to give an extra because we are now introducing guest forms for Javier News. Now, it doesn't take that long to fill out, but it'll be pretty easy. And it's just questions asking why do you want to be on Javier News, what time, what prefers specific time, like day and month you want to be on Javier News, and if you agree to the terms. You'll see when you get to the form if you want to. Now on to the mini topic, which is some iReady stuff. And it's about the redesign of iReady specifically, I would say. And here we have our guest Christian here again. So anyways, we're going to be talking about some iReady stuff as our mini topic for today. Again, if I didn't mention that, but anyways, so the iReady designs from last year were like very different from the ones we have now. And it's something called iReady Pro. I mean, I kind of like the flexibility of it more, just outside of the designs, but yeah. And they kind of just and for reading, they kind of just revamped the entire thing. They just gave you, they just, now it's full screen instead of like being a square. You know what I'm saying? Like, technically, for my tech nerds out there, like 4:3 screen ratio, basically. And and now it's full screen for reading. Now in math, the actual lesson itself is still square, but the little bar is also still on top, and it's just on top of the and it's also like it's been kind of stretched down a bit to like make some room for like the to be like on top of the square thing and not math, because they haven't seemed to change that, at least from what lessons I've been getting. So would you prefer the iReady design like last year or this year's new iReady design? What do you think? What's your thoughts on this?
My thought for the new iReady thing, I prefer the Pro. It's like, for me, it's a little bit easier to use than iReady last year. So those are my thoughts.
I mean, understandable. So it's easier for you, and I mean, iReady reading is already kind of easy for me, but that just technically made it a bit easier. And I mean, just like getting through the lessons and the designs and such. So, and I even have some passages from last year and from the when they had the old iReady design, and now they're just reusing it. So, yeah. And I've heard that some students had gotten access to the new iReady, both, I think, reading and math. It was only some students. Not all students got it till like this year. All right. Now let's talk about our main topic, the student council election. And yes, like regular, real news like ABC, NBC, Fox, pretty much any news station that can report on like the president, like presidential elections and stuff, will be like that too. Except we won't be biased. We'll just, help allow like people to make their commercial campaigns and such on Javier News as in podcast form, of course. You'll be able to see the videos on the YouTube version. But anyways, so student council is actually starting, and the elections are pretty, now obviously there's a lot of great people that could qualify to be like the main president, along with other positions like like treasury secretary, vice president, pretty much all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure we actually might reach out to some of those people that are participating in the campaign, and we'll basically just make a special podcast where, you get to, where the candidates get to, on the YouTube version, they'll be able to make videos, but they can also speak out their reasons why you should vote them on Javier News pretty soon. Again, we don't know when the elections are, but we'll be reaching out to the candidates as soon as possible once the elections start, and we'll see if we can get them a spot on Javier News. So, anyways, Christian, are you excited about voting for who's going to be the student council president?
Yep.
Yeah, because I mean, the last year's student council president, Max Watson, he was pretty great. And Christian, doesn't one of your friends didn't one of your friends also like participate in student council last year?
Yeah.
Yeah, student council is like very pretty cool. I mean, again, it's just like pretty much like the US government, but it's bait. a bait version of it. But obviously, we're going to be like news, and we're going to keep you guys updated on the elections. And we'll even have special podcasts where we can get candidates' thoughts on why you should vote them. And even on the YouTube version, you'll be able to see the videos that they created themselves. So this is very compelling. But I can't wait to see who becomes president and who becomes all the other positions, such as vice president, secretary, treasury. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyways, yeah, that's all I have to say about student council for now. Because again, they're pretty much going to be a great team at bait, and they're going to pretty much just, do great things and improve bait significantly throughout the rest of the school year. And we can't wait to see what the election results will be once, stuff like that is done. And then we'll congratulate the candidates, and we might even offer them a spot on Javier News, probably as a reward, instead of, like, if they get okay, never mind. But, if they were on Javier News before, we'll still offer them a spot again. And it'll be like a reward type, not just like, hey, vote for me because I'm the best, like type. So, anyways, do you have anything else to say about student council and the elections, Christian? All right. Well, that concludes today's Javier News podcast, or actually this week's Javier's News podcast. So, I mean, yeah. Anyways, thank you guys for listening in. And Christian, do you want to say anything else about anything that we covered on this podcast, or no?
No.
All right. Well, goodbye, y'all.
Bye.
And we'll see you next week. Hopefully